I'm going to be talking about Moses and the power of common things and the story of Moses and how God called him, um, chose him, and commissioned him, like my pastor says, can be found in Exodus chapter 4. And we learned that before God could really use Moses, Moses had to let himself go. He had to let his identity go. He had to let um, his security go. He had to let his authority go. He had to let his gifts go. Basically, Moses just had to forget about who Moses was in order to receive who God called him to be, and to understand that God was going to use um, him as the man he created him to be to mighty things. God, Moses, where he tried to deliver one person, God wanted him to deliver a nation, and therefore he had to humble himself. One thing we have to learn when we're doing things for God is we have to humble ourselves and we have to surrender everything we have to him. We have to let go of everything and just take up what he has. We have to allow him to use the common things around us, because when he's able to consecrate our hands and our gifts, then we're able to do mighty works. We're able to release his power and not the power of ourselves, because God's vision and God's what he wants to do is always bigger than our own abilities. And um, once we're able to really get that, and really able to just um, receive that, then God is able to do mighty works. We know that God used Moses' staff. He used his rod, what he used to shepherd his sheep, to do mighty things. He cast it down and turned it to a serpent. He did all the works before, all the works and um, the signs before Pharaoh with his rod. He even parted the Red Sea with his rod. So God used the common thing that was around Moses to do mighty things, and he can do the same thing for you. As a dance minister, he uses our hands, he uses our feet, he uses our body to really give glory to him and really just minister to his people. He doesn't. It doesn't take a lot. He doesn't tell us to go out and buy magnificent things, although we do use props and we do use pageantry, but still those are common things. We can use fabric to create beautiful flags. We can use, if worse comes to worse, we can get sheets and stuff to make different things to um, give honor and display his glory. So that's what I would do, as an activation, and to seal this word is I would have people to get common things, to use common things to be displayed as representation of God. Whether it be a stick. To show representation of Moses' staff, or whether it be a sheep and representation of a robe, or just to use the common things, even if it's just my hands, just to give reverence and to worship him, I would do just that, as a sign that God can use something as common as my hands to release his power to do mighty, miraculous signs and wonders for his people. Um, One thing that it says, and this is through the Pillar of Leadership, written by Will Bozeman, is that God can only consecrate what we release to him. Consecrated hands will accomplish God's work. If we begin to really understand that once God consecrates something, it's able to release his power, then we can do so many things. We don't have to go out and get the most expensive things if we don't have the means to do it. We can just look around our churches, look around our homes, and we can still accomplish the glory of God using something common, because there is power in common things. Um, Thank you for listening. Um, I hope that you really got something out of this. Bye.